Hello and welcome to this new course in which I'm going to teach you how to send SMS notification using Arduino when a motion is detected. Python will also be included in this course, so it will be an Arduino and Python mix. I'm sure that you will enjoy this course content. An Arduino based alarm system is basically a system that sends an SMS when motion is detected. It will send an SMS to you every 30 minutes, 40 minutes. You can choose the time delay yourself in your code while motion is detected. You can configure it to your needs. Alarm systems tend to be more reliable when you can get status messages anywhere you are. Usually, such systems uses a GSM module that are quite expensive. If you are making a simple system and you don't want it to cost much, you can try this very simple Arduino system. It is equipped with motion sensor and is connected to a PC or laptop or any equivalent device. Arduino will communicate with Python server using serial port. The rest job is done by Python, which connects to an online server account which is free and triggers SMS message. All you have to do is to register and get your account SID, and we will explain this process. Using such simple system, you can get same as you would do with GSM module, which is very expensive. Currently, system is set up to send SMS every 30 minutes while motion is detected. Parameters can be easily configured in the Arduino code. Now, what you will learn in this course? You will learn how to read motion detector sensors using Arduino. You will code your Arduino and you will wire motion detector sensors to Arduino. You will set up your Arduino sketch using C coding, and you will write a Python code to collect readings from Arduino via serial port. You will be able to analyze and convert sensor readings as needed. You will also be able to use sensor data to send SMS. In addition to that, you will write Python code to handle the SMS sending process when motion is detected. All lines of codes will be explained in details. In this course, you will learn Arduino, you will learn Python, you will learn motion detectors, you will learn how to communicate with Arduino using Python, and you will learn how to manipulate data that you receive from Arduino and how to connect to an online server to start sending SMS notification. I'm sure that you will enjoy this course content and it will add a lot of knowledge to your already existing knowledge, I'm sure. So stay tuned, see you inside. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team. Educational Engineering Team. We are a team of skilled engineers sharing knowledge with the world. Educational Engineering Team is a leading team in microcontroller industry with over 12 years of experience in teaching and doing practical projects. We strive to put all our hands-on experience in these courses. Instead of superficial knowledge, we go into the depth of the topic to give you the exact step-by-step blueprint on how to tame simple as well as complex topics in easy and bite-sized videos. This real-world knowledge enables you to grasp knowledge easily, and you can apply this learning immediately to your life and projects. Educational Engineering Team has been in the programming and microcontroller business since 2007. We have been part of many projects over the course of these years, and we have gained a good insight into students' and educators' needs. We are passionate about sharing all our collective knowledge with you. As of 2020, we have already taught over 250,000 students and counting. Currently, we have more than 100 courses on Udemy. Ashraf, who is the educator and author of Educational Engineering Team. Ashraf is an educator, mechatronics engineer, electronics and programming hobbyist, and maker. He creates online video courses on the Educational Engineering YouTube channel that has more than 4 million views and 20,000 subscribers. And he is also an author of 4 microcontroller books. As a chief educational engineer since 2007 at Educational Engineering Team, the company he founded, Ashraf's mission is to explore new trends and technology and help educate the world and make it a better place. Educational engineering offers educational courses and boot camps, articles, lessons, and online support for electronics hobbyists, programming hobbyists, microcontroller hobbyists, STEM and STEM students and STEM teachers. That team also work as a freelance engineers, helping many students in their graduation projects and provide guidance and consulting for many students over the years to help them kickstart their career. Ashraf's core skill is explaining difficult concepts through a step-by-step, easy-to-understand matter using video and text material. With over 11 years of experience in teaching, Ashraf has developed a simple yet comprehensive and informative style in teaching that students from all around the world appreciate. His passion for microcontrollers and programming, and in particular for the world of Arduino, PIC microcontroller, Raspberry Pi, has gained his personal development and his work through educational engineering. Ashraf's online courses helped over 250,000 people from around the world to be better and to make a great career in the industry. Educational Engineering Team offer courses on circuit design, simulation, and PCB fabrication, Arduino, PIC microcontroller, and Raspberry Pi, programming in C, Python, and other programming languages, in addition to PLC industrial programming and automation. We also offer courses in 3D design and simulation, and we cover ESP and Internet of Things world. Now, for more information, you can use the links in the profile page to follow Educational Engineering Team and Ashraf's latest innovation. We can help you make any idea into a real-life project, so if you have any graduation project idea or any concern, any question in microcontroller and embedded system, we are here to help. You can simply reach out to us using our profile. You can look up for Educational Engineering Team using Google and send us your question. We are here to help you. Thanks for watching. This is Educational Engineering Team. Hardware and software requirements. Now, as you know, we are going to use Python and Arduino. So, as hardware requirements, you will need an Arduino board. You will also need a PIR sensor, which is basically the motion detector sensor. If you don't have one, you can replace it with a simple switch, toggle switch, just to send on and off signals to a certain pin on Arduino board. Now, you will also need some jumper wires to connect these elements together, and you will need the USB cable that will connect Arduino to your laptop, and obviously you will need a laptop or a computer. The software part, you will need the Arduino IDE, which is basically the free software that we will use to write the Arduino code. You will also need a Python IDE, and we will use the one that comes with Python software, and we will explain how to get all of these softwares in the software download section. You will also need the Python library PySerial, and you will need the Python library requests. We will show you everything there is about how to get these libraries, how to download and install them on your system. So everything will be explained to the very last detail. You will also need an online SMS server account. Mostly these accounts are paid. We are going to use a free service, and if you want more features, you can get the paid subscription, but the free version will do it for the purpose of this project. That's it. This is the software and hardware requirements. If you have any question regarding anything, ask it in the Q&A board. I'll be more than happy to answer you. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team. Hello and welcome. In this lesson, we are going to wire our circuit, and we already mentioned that we will only need Arduino board, a motion detector, and some wires. So let's get started by simulating the wiring environment. First, you need to go to google.com, then write Tinkercad. This is tinkercad.com. Click here. Now what you need to do is click join now. It will ask you to create a personal account or join as educator or student. I'll create a personal account using my Gmail account, which is Google account. So sign in with Google. Now once you click sign in with Google, you will get a window to enter your account information. I already have them here. So I will click on my Google account. It must be at gmail.com, and it will create an account for me. And as you can see, this is the account dashboard. Now what we need to do here is go to the circuits section, then click create new circuit. Now as you can see, here we have our drawing area. What we need is to go to this search area and write Arduino. Now as you can see, this is the Arduino board. Click once and you will get the board. Then you can click again on your left mouse button. You have your Arduino board here ready for you to use. Now the next step will be the motion detector. As you can see, here we have a PIR sensor, which is a PIR motion detector. Drag and drop or click, then click here. And here we have our sensor. Now, the PIR motion sensor has 3 terminals: signal, power, and ground. So we need to connect the ground to the Arduino board ground. Then let's change the coloring to black. Now we need to connect the power to the 5 volts pin. Change it to red, and we have the signal pin here. You can connect the signal pin to any other pin. Let's connect it here to pin number 2. Since it's a digital pin, it will give us on or off signals. Now this is our board. However, you can make it look better if you went here and grabbed a breadboard. Now you can connect the ground to the breadboard and the power to the breadboard. Let's remove this, and then we can place our motion detector here or here, and we can move these, the power to the power and the ground to the ground, just like in real life. Then we can simply connect the power with 5 volts and the ground with the ground. Let's change the coloring to black here and here, and this, let's change it to red. Now we will need this circuit for our simulation, but this will be on our Arduino simulation and practical lesson. But for now, this is what you need to do. You need to connect the motion detector to your Arduino board, power to the power, ground to the ground, and the signal pin to any of the digital pins. Here we did choose pin number 2, as you can see here. And this is simply our circuit. Thank you for watching this lesson. If you have any question, please ask in the Q&A board. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team. Hello and welcome to the Arduino coding lesson. Before we start coding, let's explain the things that we are going to do. First, we are going to declare some pins. The LED pin, which is pin number 13, because Arduino has internal LED at pin number 13. Also, we have to declare the sensor pin, which is pin number 2, since we connected the signal from the motion detector sensor to that pin. And we have to read the sensor data, which is on or off digital signal, and then we have to compare it to a value that we have. Then we will do some serial communication stuff to send data to the serial monitor so that Arduino can interpret this, let's say, take this data and process it and send SMS depending on this data. To start coding, we have to run Arduino software. Go to the start menu, write Arduino, and here it is. Click once. Now let's start a new sketch. As you can see here, we have a new sketch. Now to increase the font size, you have to press in the control button, then use the mouse scroll to increase or decrease the font. Let's first start by declaring some constants. Sensor pin, and we already know that it's pin number 2, and we need another pin, which is the LED pin. It's pin number 13, because we know that Arduino has an internal pin. Now we need to wait for the sensor to calibrate. So we have to wait between 20 and 60 seconds according to the motion detector sensor datasheet. 60 seconds in milliseconds equals 60,000. So we will have to write this down in our code, but this is like a quick info about it. Now let's go to the void setup. First, we need to start the serial communication at a baud rate. We usually use 9600. You can use 115,200 for faster processing. Now the pin mode for the 2 pins that we are going to use, the LED and the sensor pin, we have to set the sensor pin as input, because we are going to receive the sensor data using Arduino, while the LED pin will be output. Now we need to wait 1 minute for the sensor to calibrate. So to calibrate, again, we need to wait 60 seconds. And in order to make sure that we are still in the waiting process, let's create a for loop that will turn the LED on and off for 60 seconds. So let's start for. Now the code inside the for loop will be the following. We need to use digital write to turn the lid on or high. Then we need to use the delay method. As you can see, delay. This delay method will blink for a certain amount of time. We will mention that in a minute. Now let's use digital write again. And inside this digital write, we have to use lid, again low. As you can see, high will turn on the lid, low will turn it off, and we will also need to add a delay. Now, if we did add a 1 second delay here and here, as you can see, if we did added 1 second delay for the for loop, this means that we have 2 seconds here. So let's create a variable here. Let's make it I equals 0. Now we are going to use I here in this for loop. I equals 0, I is below, then I plus plus. Now, okay. Now 1 second, 2 seconds. So we have to repeat this loop 30 times so that we can get 60 seconds in total. So if I is below, let's say below 30 or equal, let's make it more than 60 seconds, 61 or 62 seconds. This will make sure that the lid will turn on for 1 second, then it will turn off for another second, then it will turn on again for 1 second, and it will turn off for another second. This will be repeated 30 times. So in total, this will equal about 60 seconds, which is the amount of time we need for the sensor to stabilize. You can make this 60 and reduce this delay to 500. And here you can make it 500. So this means that this will take 1 second multiplied by 60 will make a total of 60 seconds, which is the amount of time we need for the sensor to stabilize. So it will blink the lid while calibrating the sensor. This is it for the void setup function. We initialize the serial communication, then we set the sensor pin as input and the lid pin as output. Then we waited and blinked the lid for 60 seconds until the sensor finished calibrating itself. After doing this in the setup, we have to write our loop code. Our loop code will depend on the sensor reading. So we will start by asking if the sensor reading, if the sensor reading, which is digital read, equals high. So if there is motion, let's add the sensor. Let's copy the sensor pin word from here. So it will ask if the sensor reading equals high, it means that there is motion in the area. In that case, we have to turn on the lid. So we need to write digital write. And inside this digital write, we need to make the pin high for the lid. And we need to send something to the serial print. So serial.print, you can send data, or you can simply send 1 or 2, or you can send sensor is on or motion is detected. This will tell the host computer that we detected motion. Now, after this, we need to sleep for 1 second or 2 seconds. So add a delay of 1 second. Now, otherwise, else, we need to turn off the lid if there is no motion. We need to turn off the lid. So digital write will be low instead of high, and this will turn off the lid. You can also send 0 to the serial monitor. It's up to you. as you can see here. But since we are only sending if there is motion, let's comment this sentence. Okay, now that's it. Let's revise what we have done here in this code. We have initialized this variable called lid at pin 13 so that we can use lid instead of writing 13 in our code. We use 2 for sensor pin, and we initialized a variable for the for loop. After that, we initialized the serial communication at this baud rate, and we configured the sensor pin as input and the lid as output. We mentioned that the sensor needs 60 seconds to calibrate, so we added a for loop that will turn on and off the lid, so it will blink the lid for 60 seconds. Then we will go to the void loop if the digital read sensor pin, so if the sensor detected motion, it will send high, so it will equal high, and this condition will be true. In that case, we will turn on the lid, we will send 1 to the serial monitor window, and we will wait for 1 second. Otherwise, we will turn off the lid, and that's it. This is the very simple Arduino code. I'm sure that you did understand everything that we did here. If you didn't, you can ask about any of these lines, and I'll be more than happy to explain it again for you. That's it for this lesson. Next, we are going to talk about Python coding. Thanks for watching. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team. Hello and welcome. Now we are going to talk about the API that we are going to use to get an account or phone number that we can use to send and receive SMS. The first thing that you need to do is visit this link. I'll put it in the course resources. Then what you need to do is click phone numbers and sign up for free. Once you go to the sign up page, you can sign up using your Google account or using your Office, your Salesforce or Avaya account. I will get started using my Google account. Now click on the Google account or sign in if you haven't already. Then you will get redirected to this page to validate your phone number. As you can see, please validate your mobile number, and here you have to write your phone number so that they can send you a verification code. You need to use the country code, then click request verification code. Now once you write your phone number correctly using your country code, you'll receive a message, and I did receive a message just now on my mobile number. Then complete verification process. Now once you are done, you will get access to your dashboard, or you can simply click here to access your dashboard. And as you can see, you can make a maximum of 1 outbound call or SMS per second using your trial account, and they give you $0.05, and they have some limits on the trial, but you will have your account, SID and auto token. You can easily get the API code from this dashboard. So this is how to sign up for the dashboard that we are going to use in our Python programming. That's it for now. Next, we will explain how to get the API code so that you can use it in your Python code. Thanks for watching. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team. Now, to start using the SMS service, we need to have a phone number. So we can go to the numbers and buy a phone number. And from here, we can get phone numbers. As you can see, you can buy any of these phone numbers and it will be yours for $1 per month. And we are only testing out, so it's a good start. But you can also request production access and test their trial. As you can see, welcome to your trial account. You can enjoy a taste of our great features. You can test their trial features. You can request production access for $2 in free credit. They will give you $2 to try the service. Maximum of 1 outbound call or SMS per second. You can send only one SMS or call. You can have only one phone number, which is all what we need for this to work. And there is limited countries that you can call. So they have some limitations, but again, dealing with SMS requires money. So we are going to use the trial period without paying anything to make sure that you understand the main concept from this course. And if you want to go further and purchase a number to use it and to use their API, you can go ahead. But there are no free services that offer SMS notification for anyone out there because it costs money. Now let's fill this Zang Cloud Production Access request. First, you'll have to enter your name and your email address, your phone number with your country code. Now you can choose the account type to be individual. You can enter your company name and your website, and you can tell them about yourself and what you are building. I'll tell them that I'm doing a course on how to use your service to send Okay, you can write here anything. You can write that you are testing out this service. Now click submit. Now thank you for requesting production access. A ticket has been opened and their support team will be reaching out to us as soon as possible. So they will respond back to us and give us access to this service for a trial that will only last for $2, and it's more than enough to test out their SMS service. But after that we can have our API and we can start writing our Python code. That's it for how to enable the trial period on the API service. Thank you for watching. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team. Hello and welcome. Now it took them less than 6 hours to add the $3 free fund to my account so that I can use it to buy a number. Now let's go to numbers and buy a phone number. As you can see, here we have a lot of numbers, and this is the monthly price, $1 per month, and the inbound and outbound price. You can choose any of these numbers and buy it. You can also check if you have your country code available or not here in this list. If you don't have, or if you don't want a US number, as you can see, some of these countries is available, others are not available. But depending on your country, as you can see here, these are 3.5 monthly, so the US number is way much cheaper, and we only have $3 on our account. You can try the toll free. But as you can see, they don't have these numbers for other countries, so let's go back and get our US number. Now click buy on any of these numbers. Okay, this is the phone number. You can give it a friendly name, but I'll leave it the same number. And here you can manage that number. As you can see, this is the voice request URL, and this is the SMS URL. You can use application SMS setting or change the link from here. Simply click save and you are good to go. Now you have this phone number and we are going to use it in the Python coding. That's it for this lesson. This is how to get your own number, and you can manage your numbers from this list by clicking numbers, and this is it. We have voice, SMS and MMS, and we have these phone data. Number type is local, and this is the number, and it's a US number. Thanks for watching this lesson. If you have any question, you can ask it in the Q&A board. Make sure to choose a number that matches your country if you can, to test out this let's say SMS notification thing, because sending a message to the same number, let's say that you are living in Egypt and you want to send a message to Egyptian phone, it's more convenient to send it from an Egyptian number and it will cost you less. Now if we want to send an SMS to an Egyptian number, it will cost us more using this service. So try to pick your country carefully. If you couldn't, you can try the US number, but that's it. Thanks for watching. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team. Hello and welcome to this new lesson in which I'm going to teach you how to download and install PyCharm. PyCharm is the Python editor that we are going to use for writing Python code. So write PyCharm in Google, then go to the first result, PyCharm, the Python IDE for Professional. Click download. Now, as you can see, there is Windows, Mac, and Linux versions. We need the community free version, so click download. Now, your download should start shortly, or you can simply click here. If we clicked here, we can simply save this link or download it using any of the download software that we have. As you can see, it's about 267 megabytes, so just click download. Now, as you can see, this is the .exe file. Double click on it. And since I have a current version, it's asking me, do you want to continue installing? I'll click yes. What you need to do now is click next, and you will reach a finish. Then the software will be on your PC. Once you finish installing this software, you can go to the start menu and look for this software by simply typing PyCharm. As you can see, this is PyCharm Community Edition. Right click and run as administrator. This is the software. As you can see, this is the user interface. In the next lesson, we are going to explain how to add necessary libraries for our project. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team. Hello and welcome to this new lesson. Now we are going to set up and get PyCharm ready for code editing for this project. First, go and open up PyCharm. Right click and run as administrator. This is it, PyCharm. Now we need to edit the preferences or settings. Go to File Settings, and from this menu we need to change the editor. You can change the font. I'll make it 18, large enough for me. And you can edit other things from here. As you can see, you can edit the spelling, the code style, the coloring, and you can even edit some general stuff. You can also edit the plugins that you can use with this software. As you can see, there's a lot of plugins that can be used to make your job way much easier. You can edit the key map, the languages and frameworks. You can change the build, execution and deployment. What we need to do here is basically go to the project menu and from there click project interpreter. Now here you will most likely have nothing. So to add Python as an interpreter for your project, you have to go here and the gear icon and click add. Now it will ask you for the base interpreter, which is Python, and to find the location for your Python, if it is not here already, you need to go and write Python after for sure installing Python, and from there you can see that we have multiple results. Python.exe is the one that we are looking for. So when you select this, click here, open file location, and as you can see, here's the file location for our Python. Select this, then copy from here, and then go back here, click here and paste the directory as you can see here, then click OK. Select python.exe, then click OK. That's it. Now what you need to do is choose a location for your project files. So create a new folder anywhere and click OK. Now we have Python up and ready for us as interpreter. Click OK and it will take a minute. That's it. Now what you need to do next is install the packages. We already mentioned that we need the serial package, so you have to click the plus icon and from here look for serial. As you can see, this is it. Click install package, select it and click install package. It will take a minute to download and install that package. Okay, now package serial installed successfully. We also need the requests library. So click install package. Package requests installed successfully. Now we need the Zang library. Now if you looked for Zang and couldn't find it, you can simply click manage repositories and add from this plus sign the repository for the Zang library by simply going to the GitHub location that we already mentioned. As you can see, if you looked on the GitHub for Zang cloud, you will get this as the first result. Now this link, copy, go here to the available packages menu, click manage repositories, click the plus sign and add the GitHub Zang cloud library here. Then click OK. I already have it here, so I won't do it twice. Now select Zang, click install package. That's it. this is how to install the packages needed for this project. If you have any question, please ask in the Q&A board. If you faced any problem, please make sure that you have the Python interpreter location correctly added and that you have added the link to the Zang library. If you have any question, please ask in the Q&A board. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team. Hello and welcome. Now that you have your very own phone number, the next step is getting the Python API from this service or this website. Now you can see here that we have an account as ID and authentication token, and we are going to need this. Next step after accessing this dashboard using cloud.zang.io is open the API documentation. Now here it is. This is their documentation, and simply click on the documentation, and as you can see you have more than one option. Click here and the REST API, and here you have the options that you can enable for this API. And what we need is SMS, and we need to send an SMS. Now you can read all of these information, but I'm going to skip them and click here on the Python. Now here is an example code, Python example, try and accept. Now as you can see here, this is you will put the phone number to which you are going to send the motion detected message, and here you can write motion is detected, and this will be your number, the number that we already seen here. You are going to go to numbers. After buying a number, you are going to manage numbers so that you can get your very own phone number. Now let me show you. Now this is our phone number, or my phone number. So let's go back here. This is the Python code. You can implement it inside your Python coding, and you can find out more about the Python library by clicking here. Now we need to find out more. As you can see, they have a library called Zang, and you have to download and install this library, and we are going to explain how to do that in a separated lesson. If you haven't done that yet, you can do it. And to download this library, you can simply go to this GitHub location. As you can see, github.com, Zang Cloud, and let's search Google for that. Here it is, Zang Cloud. Now this is the library, and what you need to do is simply download the zip file. Now after downloading the zip file, you have to extract it, but we will cover this later. Let's concentrate on the coding part. Now as you can see here, you have a send SMS example. This is a Python code that will allow you to send an SMS. If you did run this Python code, it will help you send your very first SMS without any motion detection or anything else. This is a plain code that they provide for programmers to use. Now I'll copy this code and install it or paste it in the PyCharm in a new file, Python file, API test, let's call it that. So this will be our Python file, and let's paste this code. As you can see, this is our code. I'm going to explain it. Now at the beginning, this is a line for importing the datetime library, and this line is for importing the Zang library, but you have to install these libraries to begin with. Now the SID is something obvious. Now let's drag this here and let's get this number from here. Now as you can see here, we have the SID. You can copy this number and paste it here. in this location. Simply paste it here. Now this ID is ready. Now you need to click show and copy the same another number, which is the authentication for the token address. I won't show it because it's like a security thing, but you have to copy it and paste it here in this location. Now the next step will be adding your phone number. You have to go to the numbers, manage number or manage IDs. Okay, manage numbers. And what you need to do is simply copy this number and go here and paste it in the from section here. Now you have to place the phone number that you want to send the message to. And let's say that I want to send it my number, and let me remove this number. This is my number. And you have to add your country code and the plus sign, which is 00. And here you can change the message. To change this message, we can write motion is detected. Now this is the first code. I'm going to paste my authentication token and add the line up here so that no one will see it. Okay, now I did paste my authentication token. Now what we need to do is simply run this Python program and try to fix the errors. So click run and run the... Okay, let me maximize this. Let's first save it. File, save all. Now we need to fix this. Add tab and this. Okay, let's repeat that. We need to add a try here. Try. And from here we can move all of these. Okay, now let's add all of this, the try and except thing, inside a while true line. True has to be capital. That's it. Now, as you can see, we don't have any errors. You just need to run apt or apt or API test.python, and you will hear the SMS. As you can see, voice, I just received an SMS with motion is detected text. Okay, now we have tested the SMS and it's working just fine. What we need to do now is implement this code inside our Python code that will detect or will communicate with Arduino and check if there is a motion. It will send this SMS. If there is no motion, it will do nothing. This will be discussed in the next lesson, but that's it for this lesson. Thanks for watching. This is how to use the API. Again, to let's say summarize things, you have to grab your number from this web page, and you have to get your SID and authentication token. Then you have to download this library and you have to copy this code. I will post all of these things in a resource lecture. You don't have to write this code. You will only copy and paste my code, and you will edit that code with your number and your SID and authentication token. I will explain this in the next lesson, but for now I need you to understand that this is the Python code for the SMS send example API using the Zang service, and up till this moment we haven't paid anything. We are using their free credit, and the code worked just fine. If you have any question or if anything didn't work for you, please ask in the Q&A board. Thanks for watching. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team. Now, in the previous example, we explained that we need the SID and the authentication token from your account, and we'll also need your phone number and the number that you want to send the message to, and you can simply change the message by changing this line. This is a simple Python code, and we need to implement it inside our Arduino to Python communication motion detector. Now this is the final code that we are going to use. I have implemented the API code inside this code so that we can communicate with Arduino, read data, and check this data. Now as you can see, we first imported the serial library because we are going to communicate with Arduino using the serial port or the USB serial port, and we have imported same libraries, date and time, and Zang for SMS notifications. This is the SID from Zang website, which is the SMS API website, and here you need to paste your authentication token. The URL will remain the same, and these two lines for configuration of the send SMS function from the API website. You don't have to write them yourself. Now here we have the serial port and the serial baud rate. We already mentioned that the baud rate will be 115,200, which is the same as in our Arduino code. Regarding the serial port, you have to go to the device manager by right-clicking your start menu, click device manager, and from here check the ports, and you can see it's COM3. I have an Arduino Uno connected to COM3. Now as you can see, this is our COM3. You can change it to whatever you have on your device manager. Now the sensor interval, this line will make sure that we won't send more than one message every 30 minutes. We don't want tons of messages at our inbox every second. We need to make sure that we are using this service correctly. Each message is will cost us money, so a message every 30 minutes is more than enough. But if you have access to a free service that offer SMS for free, you can reduce this to 2 minutes or 3 minutes, or if you are willing to pay, you can reduce this to 5 minutes. But make sure that you know how much each SMS will cost you. I will show you that. Let me show you this. Okay. As you can see here on the website, if you went to the logs, you can see the SMS messages, and as you can see, each SMS we have sent costed $0.028. So depending on the number that you are sending an SMS to, it will cost you money. So make sure that you don't send too many SMS. Now let's go back to our coding. As you can see here, every 30 minutes. And now this is the start the server function. Here we want to send starting SMS motion detector server at time. Here we will add the date and time at which we have started the server, and here last seen time to none. This is a variable that we are initializing to make sure that we have a log for the last sent time. So if we have sent a message now, it will record the date and time, and will make sure that 30 minutes has passed before sending another SMS. Now this section is for opening up a serial connection to the Arduino. Now this is the serial port variable, and this is the baud rate that we already defined here, and we called it Arduino. Now while true, while there is serial communication happening, print polling Arduino, which basically means that we are communicating with Arduino and trying to pull data from it. Here we are reading the incoming data via serial port and storing it in the byte received variable, and here we are printing the byte received on the serial monitor window, basically here. And here we are checking if the byte received that we just stored equals 1. And we already mentioned that inside our Arduino code we have sent 1 and turned on the lid when motion is detected. So it will print motion detected at, and will print the date and time. After that, it will make sure that the time now is at least 30 minutes. After that, this if will make sure that only one message will be sent every 30 minutes. Then we are going to print sending SMS, and we are going to execute the try and accept lines from the API. We already mentioned that in the previous lesson. And it will initiate the send SMS or SMS message sending process to this number from this number, and the message will be hello from Zhang. You can change this with any other message. Now I'll paste my authentication token and test out this code in front of you. But before that, let's make a quick summary for everything. Here we have imported libraries that are necessary. Here we have imported the credential information from the API website for sending SMS. These two lines are from the API website to configure the SMS send function, and these two lines for initiating the baud rate and the COM port number. This line is to make sure that we have only one message or one SMS message every 30 minutes or minutes, because we don't want a lot of SMS to be sent to us, and again they cost money. Here we are starting the program, starting SMS motion detector, and we are stating the date and time. After that, we are opening up the serial communication and storing the incoming data from Arduino to this variable byte received. Then we are comparing. If byte received equal 1, then motion is detected and we need to send the SMS, and we are going to execute these lines to send that SMS. It's that simple. I know it's not really simple, but you have to know by now that we have implemented Arduino serial inside a Python code. Then when the condition met, which is basically this if, we have sent an SMS to this number indicating that motion is detected. Now I will paste my authentication here and will test this code. Let me minimize this. Okay, now run. Let's run this present app. Run present. As you can see, starting SMS, you will hear the SMS message in a minute or a second. Okay, I just received an SMS indicating that motion was detected. That's it. As you can see, it printed starting SMS motion detector server at, and it added the date and time. Then polling Arduino, which is basically the line that we have stated here. Then received byte, we did print the data that we just received. The received byte is 1. After that, we have printed motion detected at, and we placed the date and time. Then the final move, which is printing send SMS or sending SMS, and we have sent the SMS message and I just received it. Now we have a traceback error. We are going to fix it, but this is it. The code works just fine. We have received an SMS when a motion was detected by Arduino. Everything worked. Everything worked well. If you have any question regarding any line of code from this Python code, you can ask in the Q&A board. If you need me to add additional information about that, I will do that. That's it. Thanks for watching. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team. Now to start downloading and installing the libraries, we need to go to Google and write PySerial. We need the PySerial for the serial communication. So click on this result, Py, and you will get the download section here, download files, and from here you can download the source, which is PySerial 3.4. as you can see, here it is. Let's place it in the downloads folder, click OK, and we will also need to download the requests Python library. You should do the same. As you can see here, this is the first result. Go to the download files and download the requests library. Now we have these two libraries. We need to extract them. As you can see, here are the two libraries. Now let's extract each to separate folder using WinRAR. And now extract files. We need to extract them to our desktop folder here, and let's extract them inside another folder. Let's call it Py and click OK. Now on our desktop, as you can see, we have these two folders. We can move the setup folder from the desktop folder to any other location. I will move it to the software directory here. Now we can exit and go to the F. Now to install Python, what you need to do is write Python in the CMD window. Write Python to install PySerial. Because we are inside PySerial folder, then write setup.py install -- user. Now as you can see, it's installing the library without any problems. Now what we need to do is go to the other library, which is requests library, and copy the directory, write cd, paste the directory, and here what you need to do is write Python install setup.py install then -- user. As you can see, it's downloading and installing the files. That's it. Now we have both PySerial and requests library installed. Now again, to review what we have done, we have placed these two libraries inside a folder, and what we did after that is simply go to the folder, copy the path, go to the CMD and write cd, then paste the path by clicking the right mouse button and then click enter. Then you initiate this command, Python setup.py install -- user. You will do the same for the second library. Now we still have one library that we need to install, which is Avaya library. And to download and install this library, what you need to do at this point is go to their website, as you can see, avayacloud.com, and go to this URL. I will put it for you. Now, as you can see here, we have their library. It's called Zang Python. Now, this Python package is an open source tool built to simplify interaction with the Zang telephony platform. Zang makes adding voice and SMS to application fun and easy. You can view more details about that here, or you can read full documentation here. Now, how to download that library? You can simply execute these commands if you are using Linux. By using git clone, you can get a copy of the Zang Cloud library from the GitHub location, this location. Then you can install it using pip. Now, what I will do is simply copy this location and place it in the search engine, search Google for this GitHub location. And as you can see, it's in the first result, Zang Cloud. Now, you will need to download this library. Right click here, clone and or download zip file. Now download that file again, double click that file to open it up. As you can see, here it is. Now we need to place it on our folder. I will give you a link to download these 3 libraries together. Now drag this and drop it here. Okay, here it is. This is the Zang library and here is the setup file. Again, copy the path, go to the CMD, and here you need to write cd, paste the path, then run python setup.py install -- user, and it will start installing this library, as you can see here. That's it, finished processing for Zang 1.0.0. This is it. These are all the libraries that we need for this course. The first 2 libraries, the serial and the request library, and the third library, which is the Zang for SMS library. Next, we'll start coding in Python, but that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ashraf from Educational Engineering Team. Hello and welcome to this new lesson. This is Educational Engineering Team, and today we will teach you how to download the software requirements of this course, which is Arduino IDE. First, you must go and search for Arduino IDE using Google or Bing. The first result is the arduino.cc, which is the official Arduino website. You can either use the Arduino web editor without installing any software, or you can download the Arduino IDE. Now, depending on your operating system, you must choose one of these: Windows, Mac, or Linux. For my case, it's Windows installer. Now it's asking you to donate, or you can just download. Click on save, and you have to wait about 3 minutes for the download to finish. Now let's see the Arduino website. It offers a lot of products, as you can see here. You can purchase any of these items from the official Arduino website. These items include Arduino boards, Arduino kits, and a lot of other interesting stuff. Now let's see the other kits category. As you can see, this kit, this is a robot kit. It has a very interesting collection. You can also buy Arduino boards or Arduino shields. Let's look at boards and modules and see how much each of these boards might cost you. This is the official place to buy Arduino boards. You need to make sure that you are not buying from places that offer fake Arduino boards or Arduino boards that are not manufactured by the original Arduino company. Takes forever to. Can also check their learning section for tutorials, reference, and things, new things to learn. As you can see, here is the boards. The entry level has Ono, Leonardo, and starter kit, Nano, Mini, Micro. The enhanced feature has the Mega. The Internet of Things has other, GSM Shield, the wearables for making, let's say, a smartwatch, the 3D printing section for making a 3D printer. Let's see the Ono and the Mega. This is Arduino Materia 01 assembled 3D printer. As you can see, it looks nice. It will cost you around $700. You can also see the Arduino Uno board. It will cost you $24 or $25. Arduino Uno, as you can see, this is the original stuff. Now, in order to know if your board is original or not, you can flip it. If it's assembled in USA or Germany, then it's original. The ones that are assembled in China are not created by the official Arduino company. It's created by Arduino Associates, and it must cost less, around $10 to $12. I already purchased such boards. They are not they doesn't have the same quality as the ones manufactured in USA. Okay, now let's see the Arduino finished downloading. Let's run the download. Arduino is already installed, so you have to uninstall the one that you have. Okay, let me see. You have to close any instance of Arduino Uno that you have opened, then uninstall the previous version. As you can see, it's removing the files. If you already have Arduino installed in your computer, you need to update it to the latest version. If you already have the latest version, then please skip this lesson. Click on next, install. As you can see, the installation just started. It won't take long. You can check our resources section in this course to download the code and the material, to get links for the hardware material. Okay. Okay, now hit close, then go to the start menu, go to the A letter, then choose Arduino. This is our main Arduino IDE. Now, to make a quick overview, this is the button that you must click to verify that your code is written correctly. This one is used to verify and upload the code to your Arduino. These are for open and save. This is to create a new file. As you can see, when you create a new file, you have two main methods, the setup and the loop. The setup for your setup code, the loop is for your code that will run repeatedly. The file is common sense. Sketch is used to upload, verify the code, or add new libraries. The tools is used to choose the board, get the board info, choose the programmer, burn a bootloader, which is an advanced topic in Arduino, open the serial monitor or serial plotter, fix the encoding of the code, or auto format it. Help is where you can find things you are looking for its answers. Now you can check examples: basic digital analog communication control sensors display. Let's see that we want a basic example for blinking LED. As you can see, this is a blinking LED example. It's very simple, straightforward. It's commented so that you can understand what's happening and what's going on. So that's why Arduino is very popular, because it provides an amazing support. That's it for this lesson. If you have any question, please ask in the Q&A board. Thanks for watching. Wish you happy learning. This is Educational Engineering Team. Hello and welcome to this new webinar, in which we are going to talk to every one of you about how to start successful career in embedded system. What are the things that you can do to get started in the world of embedded system and to start a career there? This is Ashraf Al-Madhoun. I'm the CEO and founder of Educational Engineering Team, and I'm here to welcome everyone with us today. Now, let's get started with what we have here, which is a quick introduction. I'm Ashraf Saeed Al-Madhoun. I'm a CEO, as I already mentioned, in Education Engineering Team, and I'm welcoming everyone here with us. With over 12 years of experience, 11 to 12, I have in the embedded system industry since 2012. And I've been in this industry for so long that I created more than 200 online courses. And right now we are on the edge of 1.5 million students joining all of our online courses and getting certified in different fields in embedded system. And I'm here today to tell you, let's say, the exact step-by-step blueprint that you can follow to become an embedded system developer. You can get started with zero experience after you follow the steps that I will mention in this webinar. So I will share with you the strategies that have directly earned me and my students multiple six figures income with just learning embedded system programming. Now, let's get started. Now, there is a lot of misconception in the embedded system field and in the programming industry, especially when we are talking about embedded system. Many people believe that you need advanced degree or years of experience to start a career in embedded system. But this is one of the biggest mistakes. In fact, with the right training and guidance, you can start building your career in embedded systems today, and let's see how. The myth that you need a university degree to start a career in embedded system is all wrong, especially these days. Now, the truth that with the right training and guidance, you can start building embedded system today, and you can start a career in the industry. Now, let's take a quick introduction to embedded system in case you don't know what are embedded system, or in case you joined our email list or our embedded system courses without having a knowledge of what is actually an embedded system. Embedded systems are specialized computing systems that perform dedicated functions with larger mechanical or electrical systems. They are backbone of modern technology, from smartphone to automotive, even the air condition and the refrigerator or any device that you can think of. Embedded system is there in the programming aspect of this device. Now, what is the importance of embedded systems? Understanding embedded system is crucial because they are integral to numerous industries, including automotive, healthcare, consumer electronics, and industrial automation. Mastering embedded system open up vast career opportunities, and this is why we are going through this webinar today with every one of you. Now, the traditional approach for learning embedded system, or for embedded system in general, most people believe they need to attend a 4 or 5 year university program to learn embedded systems, leading to significant time and financial investment, which could not lead to a successful career. Why traditional programs don't work? Traditional university programs often focus on theoretical knowledge and may not provide the practical skills required by the industry. This can lead or leave graduates unprepared for real world applications, which will lead to a shock. You are having a university degree, but you don't know how to tackle practical aspects of the embedded systems, or you don't have enough knowledge in embedded C, and you only know basic C programming, which will lead to a disaster once you graduate and you go to the work, or you go to a factory or to an embedded system company, and you see how there is a huge gap between what you learned in the university theoretically and what you have to apply in the actual life. Now, the better approach is to enroll in online courses that are dedicated to show you the step-by-step approach or blueprint to become an embedded system developer and to start a career in that business. Basically, what we are talking about here is that you can get started easily in no time if you know exactly what to do and what are the areas that or the skills that you need to grasp to get started as an embedded system developer. So you need to teach by making hands-on projects, by following practical steps, not just theoretical steps. You need to ensure that you can gain the skills needed to succeed in the embedded system industry. So the traditional way is to focus on theoretical knowledge, and most people fail in that, and they don't find a job. They don't even find a freelancing job online in the embedded system, even though there is a huge opportunities there. And our approach is to combine theoretical knowledge with the practical hands-on projects so that you can learn everything from scratch, starting with basics of C, then embedded C, and moving forward to circuit design, 3D design, and programming microcontrollers. So the proof of success for us. Now, there's a proof that you can see on different online teaching platforms like our number of students. Now, the official number of students that we have, the unique number of students, is 500,000 students. But I already mentioned that we have around 1.5 million students. And this is true because at least one of every one students have joined 3 courses. And when we talk about 500,000 students, we are talking about counting only 1 course per student. Now, if we counted the number of courses enrollments, we have around 1.5 million. So at least every student we have has joined at least 3 courses. So multiplying 500,000 by 3 will result in 1.5 million students. And we have the proofs to show these results in different platforms. There is also now our academy has helped over 500,000 students, as I already mentioned. Our students have gone on to work in leading tech companies and have successfully started their own businesses in embedded systems. We know students who have now launched businesses where they can turn ideas to products and they are working as freelancers or as dedicated companies. Now, the career outcome for us is that leading companies and successful businesses started with only being a student with no knowledge to becoming an embedded system developer or having a career in embedded system. So we have a lot of proofs that you will see along the way. Now, quick tip. Start with a simple project when you are getting started in embedded systems, such as programming an Arduino, which is a geek's board, to control an LED. This hands-on experience will build your confidence and foundational skills. Don't start with complex projects. This is how we teach our students. We always start with simple projects and we write the codes line by line. So the step one would be choosing a simple project like turning on a LED or controlling an LED using a switch. Then you have to program your Arduino. And lastly, you can easily control that LED. Now, this will build momentum that would help you moving on to more intermediate and advanced projects. So always start small, then go big. Now, the key skills for embedded systems. Let's talk about that. Embedded systems are everywhere, as we already mentioned, from smartphones to cars to medical devices and industrial robots. To excel in this field, you need a strong foundation of essential skills. And these skills you cannot learn on your own, or you cannot spend a lot of time trying to find YouTube videos to learn these skills because you have to learn using a learning path that is dedicated to you. Now, why these skills matter? Understanding embedded systems requires more than just theoretical knowledge. You need to be able to design, develop, and troubleshoot these systems effectively. Without these skills, it's changing and challenging to create reliable and efficient systems. Now we have the hardware design, programming, and we have problem solving. With programming, you are mastering embedded system programming languages and using the right tools for efficient development, which is essential. While hardware design is also essential because designing circuits, selecting components, and understanding how hardware interact with software is also crucial. Now, you need to also have problem-solving skills. Troubleshooting issues, analyzing data, and finding innovative solutions is essential for success in embedded systems because you will see that you will face a lot of issues and you need problem-solving skills, which is something that every embedded system developer must gain. So, what are the common pitfalls in embedded systems? Many people focus solely on theoretical knowledge or only on one aspect of embedded systems, such as programming, neglecting other skills, other critical skills like hardware design and integration. Now, this will cause limited perspective. Focusing on just one area can lead to a limited understanding of how embedded systems work as a whole. There's also the incomplete solutions. Lacking a comprehensive skill set can result in solutions that fail to address all aspects of a problem. And there is also the difficulty in troubleshooting. When encountering complex issues, a narrow skill set makes it harder to point out and resolve problems effectively. So, now, why a balanced approach works? You need to find the balance while learning these skills. A balanced approach ensures that, let's say, a well-rounded education in bid system enabling you to tackle real-world challenges and with confidence. Now, this involves a combination of theoretical knowledge, practical experience, and hands-on projects that cover all essential skills. Now, the comprehensive understanding, which means gaining a deep understanding of both hardware and software components, is crucial for creating robust and effective embedded system. There's also the improved problem solving, which a balanced skill set enables you to approach problems from different angles, leading to more effective solutions. We also have the increased adaptability. Being proficient in both hardware and software makes you more adaptable to current projects and industries and makes you uh, an excellent embedded system developer that everyone wants to hire. Now, what are the benefits of a well-rounded education? Our courses provide a balanced approach to embedded system education, ensuring you develop all the necessary skills to succeed in this existing field. There's also the theoretical foundation. You will gain a solid understanding of the fundamentals of embedded systems through comprehensive lectures and discussions. There is also the practical experience where you engage in hands-on projects that allow you to apply your theoretical knowledge and build real-time and real-world systems. And there is also the industry relevant skills, where you develop the skills that are highly sought after by employers in the embedded system industry. And this is the best approach to get started. Now, there is also real world proofs. Our graduates have successfully applied the skills they learned in our courses to various industries, from automotive to consumer electronics. They have secured high paying jobs and launched their own successful businesses, such as automotive by developing control systems for vehicles, consumer electronics by creating software for smart home devices, and medical devices by designing embedded systems for medical equipment. And these are only a small example of what our students were capable of after joining our academy. Now, there's also tips for success. Regular practice coding and hardware projects to hone your skills. You can use simulation tools and development kits to build and test your designs before implementing them in real world applications. Now, you need to code regularly. Practice coding regularly to improve your proficiency and build confidence. You also need to build hardware projects where you experiment with hardware projects to gain hands-on experience and understanding. Plus, you can use simulation tools which utilize and help test and debug your designs before implementing them on physical hardware. In addition to that, you can simply explore development kits, work with development kits to gain practical experience with different hardware platforms. These four methods can help you get started and succeed in the embedded system industry, even if you are starting on your own. Now, to build your first project, it might be challenging. So building your first project is a crucial step in your embedded system journey. It provides practical experience and help you apply your skills. First, you need to choose choose the right project that matches your skills. Then you need to gather resources, learn the programming language, learn more about the microcontroller, and learn about the project needs. After that, you need to design and implement. You will get started by planning your project design, write your code, and integrate the hardware and software components. After that, you will do some testing and refining where you test your project thoroughly, identify your issues, and you will then refine your design for optimal performance. At the end, you will be able to document and showcase, which means documenting your project, process, and results. Consider creating a portfolio to showcase your work. Now, why projects are important? We talked a lot about projects in this webinar. Why do you think making projects is very important? Practical projects allow you to test your knowledge, understand the intricacies of embedded systems, and build a portfolio that can impress potential employers or clients. There is practical application. Projects give you a real world experience in applying your knowledge and solving practical problems. This is why all of our courses are project based. There's also the portfolio building. The portfolio is basically a place where you showcase your projects or your old work as samples for employers or clients to wow them and to make them hire you in a blink of an eye. As much as you have projects and as complex as these projects are, your chance of getting hired will increase accordingly. Now, you need to avoid some of the common mistakes that a lot of engineers were, let's say, fall in. Most beginners either start with overly complex projects that are hard to complete or very simple ones that don't challenge their skills enough. So avoid overly complex projects. Don't get started with a complex project because you might not be able to finish it, and this will disappoint you. Don't choose projects that are too simple. Don't go for a very simple project that won't challenge your skills or won't cause you to learn things to apply that project. Always choose a project that is intermediate, that will challenge your skills and will help you grow. Plus, to be achievable, you can make it. Start with gradual complexity. Begin with, let's say, smaller, gradually complex or intermediate complexity projects that can help you learn while you apply and that are achievable that you can do without any, let's say, disappointment at the end. Now, let's talk about project-based learning, which is a powerful approach for beginners. Project-based learning can be fun and effective way to learn new skills. Starting with the right project is key here to maximizing your learning experience. And let's discuss how to choose and complete successful projects. Why doesn't it work? Now, if you are choosing a project and you are working on it, but it's not working, then you either fall in one of these two things. It's an overly complex project. Starting with complex project, as we already mentioned, can be overwhelming and lead to frustration, or it's too simple. Overly simple projects don't provide enough learning opportunities. You may not gain the depth of understanding needed for more advanced projects. So if you keep doing overly simple projects, you will not grow your skills and you will not learn a lot along the way. So what should you do instead? As we already mentioned, you need challenging but manageable projects. You need to choose gradually complexity. which means that you will start with a simple, then a more complex, then a very complex project. As you finish each of these one, you will move up in the ranking of the complexity. And you also need guided learning. You will need to follow structured courses or tutorials that guide you on how to make these projects that are perfect for beginners. Then you can go from there to more complex projects. Now, and another proof that it works, there are home automation systems. Our students who followed a project-based learning approach have created impressive home automation system using Arduino boards, and we have a lot of courses on IoT or Internet of Things and home automation with practical project in a step-by-step manner. There's also robotics projects. They have built robots with various functionalities demonstrating their understanding of both electronics and programming. There is also job opportunities. These projects help students gain valuable skills and experience, leading to internship and job offers from different companies, and we have a lot of success stories. Now, a quick tip just to break the ice. You need to document your project progress. Taking notes, photos, and videos help you keep track of your work and create the portfolio that we mentioned before to showcase your skills. Once you are done with a project, if you didn't find any picture for it, it would be really hard for you to document this in your portfolio to show this project that you have done to your potential client or to the companies that you are applying for a job in. They will ask for your projects because you are an embedded system developer and your projects will showcase your skills. Now, a bonus tip, leverage online communities and forums. Engaging with other programmers provides valuable insights and help you troubleshoot issues quickly. So if you are programming Arduino, go sign up in Arduino forums and start interacting with different programmers with like-minded people so that you can start communicating in a way that would help you improve your skills by looking at what are the issues that these people are facing, helping them fixing their issues, and maybe someday they will help you also fix your own issues. Now, there are common mistakes. Trying to learn everything on your own can lead to frustration and slow progress. Collaborative learning and seeking help is crucial. And this is also another thing that we provide in our academy, which is a Q&A. You can ask any question in our community, and we and everyone else would be more than happy to answer your question and guide you along the way. So let's see some personal story. When I started back in around 2007, when I was in the university, I struggled with the same issues. Joining online communities and collaboration with others significantly improved my projects because I kept looking for people online. I kept looking for their questions, what are the texts that they are using in the embedded system. And from their question, I could grasp what are the skills that I need to acquire to become a better embedded system developer. And that helped me reach this point in which I have an academy with than 200 courses and more than 500,000 students who are learning embedded system from me. Now, the turning point, actively participating in forums and asking for help at the beginning helped me accelerate my learning and allowed me to build valuable connections with a lot of people in the industry and a lot of companies that are now treat me as their consultant. They come here to me to turn their ideas into products in no time. And I take that idea, I and my team convert this idea into a device with a user manual. We reach a point where we help let's say, any company with a product idea to make that product, to make a user manual, and to make a website to showcase this product, which is basically an embedded system based product. Now, I was able to complete complex projects more efficiently and with greater success. I even started monitoring others, further reinforcing my knowledge, and I kept helping people until this day. Now, what resonated most? The importance of embedded systems. The wide range of applications and the impact of embedded systems on our daily lives resonated with many attendees. The essential skills. The discussion on key skills, such as programming languages, hardware understanding, and problem solving, was insightful for those seeking to enter the field. And these are the three main skills that you need to aim for. First, project guide. The step-by-step guidance on building a first embedded system project provided valuable practical experience and encourage hands-on learning. Now, you need to embrace the future. Everyone will tell you this, and I'm telling you this also. Careers in embedded system professionals are in high demand across industries, offering exciting career opportunities. The future exploration. Many attendees expressed interest in more than one of our webinars and in most of our courses in gaining deeper knowledge. They kept asking us to make more advanced courses on a certain topics. And this is what caused us to have that many courses. We have courses in different categories in embedded system. Resources and guidance. There is a lot of people interested in learning more, and they requested detailed guidance and one-to-one, let's say, consultation, which we provide, live consultation, to help them after they take our courses to guide them what to do next. So unlocking your potential is maybe one course away. We provide comprehensive courses, more than 200 courses. We provide practical skill and knowledge, and we provide expert guidance along the way. We answer every question, and we provide weekly sessions to help our students. Now, your learning journey would look something like this. You'll start with video lessons from courses. Then you will go to apply the hands-on project, which we help you apply during the course. Then you join our live sessions to answer any of your questions that you might have. And you ask questions in our community. We have a vibrant community where you can ask a lot of questions. We have a community on YouTube, on Facebook, and on our academy. And we also provide 24/7 support. So if you face any coding issue, we are here to help you. Whenever you need a question, we are only one message away. Now, we also provide some exclusive perks. Now, the bonus material. And at the end of this webinar, I will also offer a bonus for our students who have joined this webinar. The bonus material. You can easily unlock exclusive access, downloadable worksheets, detailed guidance, and practical case studies and projects in our academy. We also provide scheduled events like weekly meetings and webinars, plus you can book a free call once you join the academy to discuss what you need to do next in your career. We also provide certificate of completion for every course. So imagine having 200 certificates in your resume in different categories of embedded system. Wouldn't that be amazing? Now, if you want, this is not something that we force you to do, and you would love to invest in your future, we have provided different plans as per our student demand. Now we provided monthly, semi-annual, and lifetime access. And as you can see, the prices are to full access for the 200 courses. So you are paying a small fee and getting access to 200 courses, to practical material, to weekly sessions, to 24-hour 7, let's say 24/7 days support, and all of this at a very minimum price. So the monthly price would start with $9, the semi-annual price $49, and we have a lifetime which you will pay once and you don't have to pay again. It's a $499 price point. So these are the pricing for our academy with more than 200 courses and all the features that we mentioned. Now, if you enrolled now, you can send us a message and we can provide you with 50% discount for life. So if you are subscribing with a monthly plan, it will be for $499. If you are subscribing for the semi-annual plan, it will be for around $25. And if you are subscribing for the lifetime deal, it will be as easy as $255 or $250, sorry. And this will be for life. So you will get free bonuses, you will get project templates, you will get a 14 days money back guarantee if you didn't like the courses, and you can get started with your journey with us. Now, your questions matter. So again, we are here to answer any of your questions. You can directly email us at info@eduengineteam.com, which is the same domain as our website, eduengineteam.com. Just add info at, or you can reach out to us through messaging on different platforms. And we also have a live chat on our website where you can ask any question. Thank you, and let's talk about the next steps. Thank you for joining us today. We are excited to help you embark on your embedded system journey. You can visit our website or contact us for more information. Again, everyone who joined the webinar is welcome to have 50% discount for life on our Academy subscription. Once you join, you will receive a cheat sheet let's say, in which you will have a step-by-step on how to become an embedded system developer using our courses. So we will tell you, like, watch this course first, then this course, then this, until you reach this course. And if you follow this blueprint or this plan, you will become an embedded system developer in less than 3 months. This is a promise. That's it. This was Ashraf Said Madhoun, the CEO of Educational Engineering Team. Thank you everyone who joined our session today and our webinar today. Hopefully we'll see you in another webinar. Thank you again and have a good day.